guys, welcome back to another video. So I guess I'm in a mood today. I don't really know, but basically I have been watching anti-MLM videos and I kind of just wanted to do like a little story time of my anti-MLM experience, because being a girl and having social media, of course you're gonna have people who do anti-MLMs who then are basically like not harassing you, but definitely being like, hey, like you should get in on this type of situation. So because I've been watching so many anti-MLM videos, I figured I would do my own. So I'm also going to be playing with some new products that I have not yet played with. They're not necessarily new in the aspect that they just came out, but they're new to my face. So I figured I would play some new products and then we'll do like a little story time. So I don't know, just kind of what I was in the mood for. I wanted to play with some makeup, but I also wanted to do a story time, so this is what we're doing today. Subscribe if you have not. Turn on that little bell to be notified of every time I upload. I've been trying to upload more and I've brainstormed so many like new ideas for my channel. Not even just like collection reviews or like clothing hauls or anything. Like I have other like kind of fun ideas that I'd like to play around with. And then like this video if you like makeup or story times, or comment down below what kind of videos you'd like to see from me. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's set the stage. The year was either 2015 or 2016, and I had just recently started working at the cell phone store. I was not exactly friends with this girl anymore, and I kind of feel like that deserves its own story time separate, just because like it was the craziest couple months of my life and I thought she was my friend. Long story short, she wasn't. And so I decided to just kind of distance myself from her, and I saw on social media that she was working with this program, and in all honesty, I kind of didn't feel great about myself at the time. I wanted to lose some weight. I wanted to kind of, I don't know, like put myself in a good mental state, and I feel like that would have definitely helped if, I have a mirror down here by the way. I feel like that would have helped if I was also in like a good physical state. But because I was working full-time and I hadn't worked like a full-time job like that before, and it was definitely very stressful in the aspect of like sales and stuff, that I didn't have time to go to the gym. I was lazy. I was in a very, very awful relationship. So there's just a lot going on with me mentally and physically. And so when I saw her pushing this program, I was kind of intrigued. I was definitely curious. I'd seen it all over my social media, and the company was called It Works. Let me preface by saying I obviously didn't really know what MLMs were at the time. I obviously had heard the phrase pyramid schemes, but like I didn't really know what that was. And so like I don't know, I was more open to the idea of making side hustle money, running your own business, all that stupid garbage. And I'd seen plenty of those companies all over my social media, but like I didn't really know what they were, if that makes sense. And so I obviously humored her and listened to her, and you know, she gave me the big spiel of like, hey, you know, I use these products, I love these products, you know, you could make a couple extra $100 a month, like you should sign up, you should give it a try, so on and so forth. And I did, and I signed up, and she was like, yeah, you know, you make all this money, you know, I make X amount of dollars already, like extra a month, you can too, like it's super easy, like don't worry about it, you know, whatever. And my first red flag was she rushed me. She wanted me to sign up so unbelievably fast. She didn't really give me a chance to think about it. And like me back then versus me now, I like, especially with my money, I mean, unless it's clothes or makeup, let's be honest, I will more than likely take my time, because especially like investments, I feel like investments to me, like my new camera, you know, I thought about that. It took me several weeks, and I'd even been thinking about it for like months. Do I want a new camera? Is it worth the investment? And, you know, once the right opportunity and stuff hit, like for me, then it was worth it. And so, you know, she rushed me. And back then I didn't really think things, like, when it came to people, I didn't really think things through. I just kind of worked on impulse and, like, I don't know. Yeah. But I just went ahead and went with it. And she's like, you know, I need to take your credit card information over the phone, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, keep in mind, I was literally at work when she was, like, harassing me. I'm like, well, you know, I'm at work. I don't really feel comfortable giving out my card information over the phone. Like, can I just, like, do it myself or, like, you know, whatever. And she's like, no, like, I have to do it. Like, I promise it'll be fine. Like, you can trust me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. So I gave her my card info and I paid my, like, startup membership fee. And, you know, again, should have read the red flags, but I didn't. And I was then signed up for this business I knew slim to nothing about. I knew that it was, like, diet focused. Like, you know, they had those tummy tuck wrap things that, like, you lose water weight, but, you know, losing water weight, it comes right back. So, and then I was always all about, like, the energy drinks, and so, like, they had these energy drinks I was so excited to try. I don't know, like, I really am disappointed in myself looking back, but there's nothing I can change about it now. But she's like, you know, just get, you know, X amount of people signed up and then you'll start making money. Just start promoting it all over your Facebook, because I feel like at that day and age, Facebook was still more popular. I think Instagram was definitely getting its, like, growth, but I feel like everything was a lot more, like, Facebook focused. Plus, you know, most of my, like, friends were on Facebook, so that's, you know, where my biggest, like, client base more or less was. So I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. And so I paid this stupid fee, and so, like, the back office looked legit to me. And, you know, I could see, like, the inventory and the products that I could purchase and all that type of stuff. And so, like, it all seemed legit, right? So I get involved in this stupid company, and little do I know that I now, if I don't make a certain sales quota, I have to buy those products each month. So not only did I pay, I think it was either $99 or $129. I don't quite remember what the, like, startup fee was. But not only do I have to pay that, but I also have to now pay monthly for products that, again, I still know nothing about and don't really care about. And so now at this point, I'm paying monthly for, I think I got, like, pills that I never used. I got, what else did I got those energy drinks. I got some of those stupid wraps. I kid you not, I used none of the products. I think they had, like, you know, diet pills, and they had hair pills, and just, like, all this stuff that I not only didn't need, but again, like, was not informed of. And she's like, oh, well, you can go read about it in the description on this. And, you know, they had the booklets and, like, you know, that you would carry around and tell people about and, like, whatever. And so, you know, I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to spend this money monthly on these products. I need to get people to sign up. So where do they tell you to go first? Your family. Guess what? My family cared literally zero about these products. She told me to go to, you know, like, my extended family. And I'm like, well, you know, my cousins don't care about this. You know, my aunts didn't care about it. I even went to my grandma. Oh. And, you know, no one bought a single thing, and I carried this around everywhere. Everywhere. Nobody bought anything. Spoiler alert, I didn't sell a single item from this stupid company, which, thank God, because I feel like if I did, like, I'd have people who still, to this day, would be like, wow, Megan, I can't believe you sold for It's Works and I bought your crap. Or because their products aren't actually good and don't actually do anything, like, and so I sold nothing to nobody, but I still carried this stupid book around. I still, you know, was really, like, trying my best, because, you know, at this point, I'm led to believe that I can make, I was never promised, you know, quit your job and do this full time. I was never promised, like, I wasn't set up to be told, like, you're never gonna have to work anything else again. Like, she said that's all she was doing, but, like, she never told me that, like, I could do that, and she never said, like, oh, you'll make, you know, thousands of dollars, like, you know. So she made it seem very realistic in a sense that, like, it literally is just, like, part-time, make some sales, that's it. So she at least didn't, you know, do that MLM thing where it's like, oh, you'll never have to work again, and, you know, I know people making thousands of dollars and all that type of nonsense. So, like, I guess technically I appreciate that about her thinking back, because, like, she set false expectations technically, but because, like, that stuff is not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to make those sales. You're not guaranteed to get someone to sign up. Like, that's not realistic, because not everybody has that same, like, social circle, and not everybody, you know, has gullible people to buy that nonsense. So, like, I mean, I guess technically she did the right thing by not being like, oh no, like, it'll be fine, you can do it too, type of mentality or whatever, regardless. But I just so badly at that point, it wasn't even about me wanting to make sales anymore. It was about me wanting to make up the money that I lost by buying this crap and by, you know, the sign-up fee. But it was also about, I don't want to spend this money monthly anymore. And, you know, if you don't buy your own products and and you're not making any sales, then you're, like, negative and you can't, like, be part of their program, which is ridiculous. But anyways, she just kept saying, you know, and I feel like this is a common thing where it's just like, oh, well, if you just get someone to sign up, then, you know, all their sales become your sales, and then you don't even have to really worry about selling to people. They'll do it for you because, you know, they're doing all that stuff and so on and so forth. Garbage. And, you know, I had some girlfriends at the time that I just kept trying to position this to. They didn't want in, which rightfully so, and I wish I had known better. I don't remember how much I lost in money and, you know, buying those products and everything, but, like, that's money that could have been spent on bills, and, you know, that's what made me the most upset, because, like, I was already not in a great spot in my life, and then she comes in, says, oh, you'll make some extra cash, and not only do I not make extra cash, then I lose money. I think that's what had me the most upset, because I'm like, cool, like, I was basically having an additional bill each month. I finally gave up. I said, you know what, I'm tired of pushing this. I'm tired of making these stupid Facebook posts. I'm tired of losing Facebook friends. Yeah, I lost Facebook friends because, like, people didn't want to see that garbage all over their newsfeed in all of the time. And I do not blame them one bit. But, you know, it is what it is, and there's always that, like, what sucks to me now is there's people, or I guess girls I should say, that I used to be friends with that I would love just to randomly reach out to and talk to and be like, you know, we used to be really good friends in school, like, how are you? But you can't really just randomly start a conversation with people anymore, because either A, you're not going to get a reply because they're going to think you're doing a pyramid scheme, or B, you know, they're going to be very wary and cautious. And so yeah, I lost Facebook friends, and I just remember, like, when I go, look, I want out. Like, I don't want to spend this money monthly anymore. I'm not making any money. I want, like, my account deleted. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I just remember she was upset. She didn't want to give me, like, their 1-800 number. And, like, I, at that point, was just so frustrated that I just wanted the number. I didn't want to, like, have to look it up myself and do research and jump through hoops and, you know, whatever. So she finally gave it to me. And I just remember thinking, like, that's just shitty. Like, it really is. It's shitty behavior, and, like, I get it. You're now, like, losing money because I'm not under you and buying products each month, but that's not my problem. Like, figure it out for yourself. Like, you got involved in all this. Yeah, so anyways, I remember calling their like customer service line or whatever, and I'm like, look, I want to cancel my account. And they're like, oh, are you really sure? Like, you know, you'll lose your progress, you won't get like any money back, and like your membership fee will still, you know, you have like this amount of time. And I'm like, no, like, look, you don't understand. I have lost money thanks to this. Like, I want no part of it. Keep in mind, like, I was literally doing these stupid posts while I was working a full-time job. I was harassing my coworkers to sign up while I was working a full-time job that I had to see every day. I was, you know, wasting money when I was in, I wouldn't call it like a hardship, but it was just a really bad situation. And I don't know, like, it's so crazy to me because, yeah, I don't know. Like, they were just so nasty to me when I wanted out. Like, that it was that simple. I'm like, look, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I get it. You're not going to give me any money back. You guys don't care. You're a heartless company, and you are predators, and you just feed off of lies. And that's fine. Like, I just want out. So, finally, they canceled it and whatever, and I never had to do it again, which, thank God. And now, ever since then, like, you would think I would have learned, and I have another story, which is going to be too long for today. But, you know, I got suckered into another one, but they pretended not to be one. So, yeah, that's another story. But on Facebook, I'm so cautious of what people post. Like, you know, I know better. Like, what's really sad, and especially right now during a global pandemic, I see signs on the side of the road like, make $20,000 a month, be your own boss, be a boss babe. And I'm like, you're literally kidding me right now. We are in a pandemic. People still aren't working. Like, you're taking advantage of these people. Like, it's really disgusting behavior. And I haven't really seen as many MLMs on my Facebook anymore. I still see them from time to time, but not as greatly as I used to. However, I do want to give you this quick little story. So there's this girl, not even like a girl I'm like really friends with. She just went to my school, my high school. She was posting about it, and because I know better now, and like I said, especially during a pandemic, right? And I had recently got hired on with my company. I work from home. I paid $0 out of pocket to start working for my company. I got mailed, you know, a computer to work off of, even though I had my own. Like, it's a legit company. I make hourly with no, like, if, ands, or buts about it, you know? And so this girl was posting, and she's like, hey, you know, come make money, blah, 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 blah. And me being the smart ass that I am, I commented on the post, and I go, no, thank you. I don't want to work for your MLM. She immediately deleted me, which, okay, cool, have fun. I don't care. And in my comment, I also said, you know, if anyone is actually, because, you know, of course there's this post like, oh my god, me, like, what can I do to work from home and make all this money? And so I said, no thank you, you know, I don't want to work for your MLM. But any girls who see this comment, like, my company is actually hiring, and you actually can work from home, and you will get paid starting like this monthly or this hourly, and like whatever. And so, like, you know, I work for a legit company. That girl didn't obviously like it, so yeah, she deleted me. And then one of her friends, I'm guessing it's the girl that made her sign up for the MLM, tried stalking my stuff, and I like blocked her. And like, I'm not dealing with drama with some girl who I don't know. Sorry, no thank you. And so a couple months go by. I have been promoted within my company 3-4 times now, I can't remember. And girl who blocked me sends me a friend request, and she goes, hey, is your company still hiring? I go, what happened to all that money you were making? Like, I thought it was so good. Because like, when she blocked me, I messaged her. I go, girl, please don't do this. It's an MLM. She's like, well, I've already spent $10,000. You spent what? Girl. So, you know, she was way in too deep, and I literally could not believe it. Which, whatever, you know, do your thing, make your cash, cool. But, like, I don't know, it was sad, but she came and messaged me, she's like, is your company still hiring, blah, blah, blah. Told her a little bit about it. I go, A, I told you so. Told you that was an MLM, told you to get out, told you so. She admitted she was in the wrong, whatever, that wasn't the point. But she's like, is your company still hiring? So I told her about my company, and she's like, oh, that's a scam. And I go, can't be a scam if I've been working for the company this long. This is how much I make hourly. I've had this many promotions. Like, no. And she goes, oh, well, someone pretended to be that company then, told me they were going to mail me a computer, and I had to spend X amount of dollars. I'm like, my company doesn't do that. You don't give out any of your information until you're filling out like your W-2 and your direct deposit. Like, they mail you a computer first before you even fill out all that paperwork. So no. And so she obviously was skeptical, and I'm like, well, I'll send you a referral link, like, it's fine. And so she signed up for my company, and she was denied, which, I don't know why, and I don't really care. But the moral of the story is like, even if it's someone who you don't really know, if they're giving you a warning, maybe listen to them, maybe look into it. If it's ever a company that you're unsure of, look into it. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. Before I got my job, I was looking for work from home jobs because I knew that with like the dogs and being in a new city and the pandemic and everything, like I didn't feel comfortable just going and like working at an office all day. And so like I just knew I knew that I was going to try to find something working from home, and I knew that even before the pandemic there were positions like that, and so I was determined to find one. And I filled out so many different resumes, and like one of them, they wanted to hire me, but it was like cents per minute, and it was like male enhancement pills for right before they get transferred over to like a sex line operator. And so I'm like, I'm okay. But then there's one company, it was like an insurance company. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I could sell insurance. Like I know sales, I know customer service. Sure, let's give it a shot. I had their interview. First red flag was it was a Zoom group interview. Okay. Second red flag is you had to pay a startup fee. I don't even remember what company it was, but there's multiple companies who are all under the same like big company, but like they have a bunch of branches with different names so that they have like more chances to get you. And I ended up applying for like 2 or 3 of them, but I only like sat through an interview of one. But the company, long story short, was like, hey, you have to pay X amount of dollars for your and life insurance or house insurance. I don't remember what kind of insurance it was, but insurance like license. I already knew that was wrong because I almost worked for a insurance company in which they were going to pay for my training and my classes and my license. So I knew that that was already false. And I, sure enough, Googled this company and did some research. It was an MLM, and they were pretending to be a legit company to get you to do the interview, to get you to sign up, to get you to like fill out all your information and like upload a resume and stuff to look legit. And it's really scary because a lot of MLM companies now are pretending to be legit and real, but they're not. And so, yeah, it's really scary, and be very careful and cautious, especially people like during the pandemic, like when you're looking for a job and like especially work from home and stuff. If it sounds too good to be true, 99% chance that it may be. Just saying. But I think that'll wrap up today's storytime rants. I want to briefly go over what I tested today. So I tried the Kosas, I think. This is the tinted face oil. It's not bad. I will say I wish I had a different shade, but because it is so low coverage that I could maybe get away with it. And then I tried this e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. It's the one that I saw all over TikTok. It has a little like brush and clicker. Again, really low coverage, not quite my shade. Is okay. Then I tried the Ciate, what is this? Watermelon Burst Setting Powder. It's not bad. It does smell like watermelon, and the packaging is cute. I don't really like a pressed setting powder too much. However, I will say my face doesn't look bad. I did set it, and it doesn't look overly matte or drying or too crazy cakey. Oh, my primer was the Tarte Shape Tape Pore and Prime Balm. I think I got this as like a little mini sample thing. I don't know if I didn't use enough or what, but don't love this. And then I did throw on some EOS lip balm. I don't remember what scent this was. The sticker came off the bottom, and I hadn't used it. It kind of smells like not medically, but like kind of medically. I don't know. Oh, and I used a new beauty blender or a beauty sponge. This is the Morphe Lisa Frank, and it's very, very soft. I do quite like this, and it came in like a pack of 2 big ones and 3 little ones, but I do like this one. And then I use the Hourglass Ambient Lighting little palette. I have mixed feelings about this. I saw, I think her name is Angelica Oles. She is a like British YouTuber. She has a drama channel and a makeup channel, but she raved about this, and so I got this either during friends and family or like Black Friday-ish time from Sephora, and I was really excited because she had hyped it up, and I do like her makeup videos. And I will say the blush isn't bad. It is very luminous. Don't love a luminous blush. The highlighter isn't bad. It's very subtle, which I think would be really nice for like no makeup, light makeup days. The brightening powder, I don't know if it's because of the concealer and foundation that it just didn't work great with, but I didn't love it. The bronzer is too dark for me, or I just need to use like very, 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 very light hand. But this isn't bad. I want to give it another shot because A, it was expensive, but B, because it has been hyped up, and I know a lot of people like a lot of their products. I want to give this another chance. And then I use the Nudie Patootie 2 by Laura Lee. Yeah, I mean, I got rid of my original Nudie Patootie palette just because it was a little bit more cool toned than my liking. However, I used this peachy shade, this like darker mauve shade, and then this glitter, like shimmer, I guess. And I do actually quite like this eye look. Pretty simple, pretty subtle. I mean, not like crazy subtle, but definitely not bad. And that like shimmer glitter is duochrome, so it's pinky goldy, which I actually kind of vibing with. And then I tried this Eco Rock Out and Lash Out mascara. Again, not bad, not my favorite. I would like to give this another shot. I will say my lashes look very long though, so it definitely is lengthening. Definitely want to try this one again. And then last but not least, I used the NYX, again, that's a TikTok thing. This is the Shine Loud, like duo thing where it's a lip color and then a lip gloss to make it last long. This is a little more pinky than I normally go for. I did order this on Ulta's website though, so like I assumed it was a little bit more like this nudie color, not as pink. But I definitely would wear this again. I would just wear it with like a different eye maybe. Overall, I don't hate my face. I've definitely hated it more before, but those are the products that I tried today. Hope you enjoyed my little story time rant, and yeah, stay tuned. I have so many more ideas and stuff to come, but that's all I've got for this video. Subscribe if you have not. Turn on that bell for future videos to be coming into your inbox. Like if you like this type of content, or comment ideas that you'd like to see in the future. But that's all I've got for this video. Socials are linked down below. Till next time.